What's up, everyone? Kriddle here, and I just want to give my thoughts on Diablo 4 after it's been out now for 2 weeks since early access started. And I've seen a lot of negative comments over on Reddit and YouTube, Twitch, saying that there's a lot of, or there's nothing to do, I guess, at the in-game level, and it's very repetitive, etc. And I just want to say that that's false. There's a plenty to do in this game that can carry us through to the first season. So I've been playing now for over 200 hours. This character alone, I've got over 100 hours into. I just got to World Tier 4 on it, and I did all of the story. I did all of the region content that you can do except for the side quests, and I barely even started to do any of the in-game content. Today, when I got to World Tier 4, I was reinvigorated, and I was like, yes, now I'm going to start doing some nightmare dungeons, go through with friends, and start pushing that in-game content. So I still have hours upon hours of content to do on this character alone after the 100+ hours that I've already spent on it. So anyone that is saying that there isn't enough to do is just pushing through the game and trying to do one specific thing and then running out of things to do. If you went from level 1 to 100 as fast as possible, you probably repeated the same dungeon over and over and over, which is very, very repetitive and very boring. But you can go out and do things like the Helltide events. You can do these grim favors, and then do nightmare dungeons as well, and you can get some decent rewards, and it's not as repetitive as they say it is. Now, if you want to be the most efficient possible way, then yes, that is probably very repetitive, but for your average gamer, I think there's plenty to do. Now, that all said, this game had a very, very, very solid launch. I was very surprised by that. In the last several years, most online games have a lot of hiccups. There's issues logging in, queue times, etc. I had very few queue times. I think I had to wait 20 minutes one time in a queue, which is not really a big deal. I had some overworld lag issues. Today specifically, I was trying to do a Helltide event and I couldn't even move. I just kind of had to log out of the game. But overall, it's been a very smooth launch, and I can't really complain too much there. So that's kind of my take on the current state of the game. Hopefully, this continues through the first season. The first season, I think, starts in July, mid-July, and there's plenty to do up until that point, and hopefully by that point we'll have some new things to do that'll keep us excited for that first season, as this is a live service game. I think that's what they're kind of going for here. You're not supposed to be just burning through the content, getting to level 100, and then being like, oh, woe is me, there's nothing left to do. I do think that Blizzard kind of set that mindset into people's head, and with their the first 1,000 players to get to level 100 race thing, and people were like, oh, we have to get to level 100 as fast as possible. But if you actually play this game the way it's intended to be played, there's plenty of content. It's actually a lot of fun, especially if you're going to be playing with your friends. You can bounce in and out of your friends' games very easily, and you can kind of do things together. No matter how far apart your levels are, any of the overworld content scales to your level, which is awesome. Now, if you start doing some of the nightmare stuff, it will scale based on the nightmare sigil that you use. So or have that in mind when you start doing that. So if you're 20 levels different from your friend, then and they're doing sigils of, let's say, sigil tier 23 or something, and you're just starting tier 2 of sigils, then it's going to be very, very challenging for you. But if you go into the overworld, do the Helltides, do some of the Grim Favor things, and you'll be able to gear up fairly quickly that way, and which is kind of what I recommend. So that's my current thoughts on the current state of the game. Hopefully that helps you out in your thoughts on if you want to either purchase the game or continue playing it. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you all in game and hopefully see what's going to be happening next season. So take care, have a good one, and see you next time. Bye.